on, Joe. Hang on. I just broke my back window. I've never seen a tornado that big.
Tired, jet-lagged, and sporting a fresh rental car, I headed west from Oklahoma City to meet up with a friend. We soon found ourselves chasing a huge storm with some of the strongest inflow winds I have ever felt.
Jeez Louise, this is all inflow. Wow, the storm is a beast.
But the storm was struggling to produce.
Big old storm, does not want to lower.
We soon found ourselves in a chaser traffic jam and decided to get off the main road and onto the grid. The storm had finally produced a wall cloud, which was 2.5 miles to our north. But the storm was going HP. The plan was to go north just 1 mile, then head east to stay south of the wall cloud. It was a good plan, but as the old saying goes, no plan survives contact with the enemy. As we turned to go north, I noticed an ominous rain curtain about 1 mile to our west and heading toward us.
We're in the notch for sure, Glenn. Be on our game here.
After just 1 mile, the road ended, and we were forced to go north to the next east option. We thought we were safe, but as we were about to find out, the storm produced the largest tornado we had ever witnessed, and this monster dove southeast right toward us. Welcome along for the ride.
Oh, this is rough.
Get Harley.
Yeah, hang in there.
We decided to bail south, not realizing that a large tornado lay hidden in the rain.
Yeah, we almost made it to 183. We're about a few miles. We're only about 1 mile from the main road.
Buckle up, we're about to enter the tornado.
Got a little bit of hail in here.
This ain't too bad.
Okay, well, that was exciting.
That was intense. That was pretty intense.
That was it. It's still in. Oh, geez.
Yeah, hang on, Joe. Hang on. Push through, push through.
This is freaky. It is the most helpless feeling in the world, seeing swirling motion coming right towards me. There's nothing I could do. I can still picture it clear as day. I believe that we went right through a large tornado, despite being outside of the official damage path. I'm gonna go weather nerd for a bit and analyze all this footage. If that's not your thing, great. Go ahead and skip to the next time step, link down in the description. The way I see it, there are 4 possibilities. Possibility number 1, the Butler Custer City EF2 was much wider than the official 1 mile width. Possibility number 2, the tornado we drove through was a satellite orbiting around the main tornado, which was behind us. I saw something similar 5 months later while chasing tornadoes during Hurricane Milton.
It's got a satellite in front of it.
Notice how the tornado forms on an inflow band before orbiting around the back of the main tornado and getting absorbed. Possibility number 3, the tornado we drove through was a separate mesocyclonic tornado. Or possibility number 4, what we drove through was all just RFD and microbursts. Okay, I'm gonna present the evidence as I see it, but I really wanna hear from you guys. What do you think it was that we drove through? First off, there are EF0 damage indicators where we were, mostly tree damage. But a mile farther east, there are EF2 damage indicators. Secondly, there is a spike in the reflectivity right at the end of the hook. On the later scan, you can see that we drove right through the reflectivity maxima. It even kind of looks circular. The best weather sensor remains the Mark I eyeballs. Notice as we're approaching this rain curtain, that the rain is moving from left to right. You can also see the tree moving in a similar direction.
Okay, well, That was exciting.
As we're driving, the wind seemed to decrease slightly before changing direction and coming at us from the southwest. That's when the wind noise really picks up and it becomes difficult for us to keep the cars on the road.
That was it. It's still in.
I've added some arrows here to show you guys where I think there's a subvortex, which corresponds with the ground swirl / ghost train below it. I'm going to play it a few times so you guys can draw your own conclusions. We were very lucky that this was weak. You may be wondering why I've been using Glenn's footage this whole time and not my own. I did have footage on my dash cam where you could clearly see a ground circulation coming right in front of my car, but I didn't back up my footage and it got auto-deleted. This is not the first time that has happened.
Well, blast. Good news is we probably lost the Pacer convoy. Another tornado warning.
Yeah, that wall cloud looks a little bit.
This is inflow, Glenn.
Yeah, this is inflow now. It changed.
Wow.
Joey, it's on the ground. That's on the ground. Roll your window down. You'll see the whole base on the ground.
We were in that thing, Glenn.
Yeah, we might have been.
I think we might have been in the outer reaches of that. It's great. It's a wedge.
Yeah, this thing's all the way on the ground. Jesus.
Tornado.
I think we might have been on the edge of it.
Glenn is juggling like crazy. Well, we can grab 183 and get a real close peek again.
Yeah, you're right. That is a massive tornado. I've never seen a tornado that big. Yeah, I know. I'm looking. Yeah, we got a street right here. Never mind. I thought there was. Oh, here's a pull-in. Wow. Here's a pull-in. I don't know why that guy's racing. We got a good view right here.
In this footage, captured by storm chaser Nathan McAllister, you can see how the mile-wide tornado is composed of multiple smaller tornadoes which orbit around the main tornado. Each of these subvortexes would have been a strong tornado in its own right. At this point, the tornado was becoming more rain-wrapped and beginning to dissipate.
Look at that thing. Oh my word.
Glenn and I decided to reposition further east to be ready for the next cycle.
It is cranking like a top.
What followed was a lively discussion on the lunacy of what had just happened.
Wow, we just rode out of that like a couple of doofuses commenting about microbursts and RFD and we were, oh gosh.
My cylinder hit second gear and I was barely making headway, so I put in first gear and then it took off.
There might have been a subvortex off to our right at that one point because I looked, you know, the rain bands were doing something funky, I thought. And I was like, if I didn't know better, I would say that was a subvortex, but yeah, that was dumb.
Oh, debris.
I see that. Yeah, it's RFD. Oh, I just broke my back window. My back window just broke. Something hit it.
Chase over.
Yeah.
In 6 years of chasing, I had never lost glass to a storm before. So, of course, it would happen when I'm driving a rental. We weren't even in a bad spot. The storm's inflow winds were just that strong. Also, funnily enough. I didn't even notice that building getting its roof torn off until 7 months after the fact when I began editing this video. I was so fixated on that broken window that I completely missed it. That storm was wild. We found a place to pull over so we could look at the damage. It was a mess. There was glass all over my luggage. I spent a pleasant hour on the phone with the... See, I was on a road trip with friends and... Outro! Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I had a lot of fun making it. If there was anything in this video that was confusing to you, let me know down in the comments, and I can talk about it in an upcoming video. If you're a fellow chaser, I'd love to hear about some of your tornado close calls. Anyways guys, have a great day, and we will see you on the next one.
Thank you for continuing